Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in to Sports Today with Ruben Espiricueta. Today on the set, we have two very important people. We have David Jimenez and Cheyenne Morvan. Now, the two analysts that we have today are very credible and have lots and lots and lots of experience out in the sports field. And they're going to be giving us some inside scoops as to what's going on in Brazil and what's going on in the tennis world in the Michigan State University. Now, first off, I want to pass it off to Miss Cheyenne Morvan. Before I pass it off to her, I just want to give you guys a little bit of background information. Miss Morvan is a ex-former head coach for Michigan State who is now turning into the softball world with her skills in this one area. Now we're going to pass it off to her. How's it going, Cheyenne?
Thanks, Ruben. This is Cheyenne Morvan. I am out here at the UT Tyler softball field. This past weekend, the Lady Patriots claimed the NFCA D3 Leadoff Classic title in Columbus, Georgia. They had a 6-0 record throughout the tournament and ended it with a 5-inning shutout over victory-ranked number 3 Christopher Newport. We hope to continue seeing great things from the softball team and wish them the best of luck throughout the rest of the season. Thanks!
Now, thank you for that insight, Cheyenne. Now, I have to say, I do appreciate all of the good things that are coming out for Michigan State's softball team, but I have to let you know, the tennis team here at the University of Texas at Tyler front page says that the tennis team has a better chance at winning the championship. So, don't mean to step on your toes there, Cheyenne, but I think our school has a little bit more of an edge than yours. Sorry about that. Now, we're going to pass it off to another person of interest here, Mr. David Jimenez. David Jimenez, he is an analyst for the committee chairs of the Olympics out around across the universe and the global spectrum. Mr. David Jimenez has a lot of insight as to what's going on, and he's going to give us inside scoops as to the information in the Olympics this year. Mr. David Jimenez, how are you doing today, sir?
We're doing good, Ruben, and we're exactly 5 months away almost from the Olympics commencing in the city of Rio de Janeiro, where their famous beaches, the beach of Copacabana, is going to be receiving a lot of people during the Olympics this year that start on August the 5th. They'll run for about 12 days. They'll end about the 22nd of August. And Rio de Janeiro is going to receive about 10,500 athletes from 206 different countries. They are going to be competing in 42 different sports. For the first time in 112 years, golf comes back into the games. Also, the game of rugby comes back to the games after 92 years. All these things are going to take place in 32 venues in 4 different regions in the city of Rio de Janeiro, as I mentioned, in the beautiful beaches of Copacabana.
Thank you. Now, it really seems like we have a whole lot going on down there. And I know we were speaking behind the set a little bit about the Olympics and the two problems that are going to be faced in Brazil. Now, you mentioned that the Zika virus is going to have a huge role in this year's Olympics. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's right, Ruben. As I was just telling you, Brazil is a very poor country in South America. We also have to remember that Brazil hosted the 2014 World Cup just 2 years ago. Now, these two tickets, the two most important and biggest sporting events in the world, in one single country, it's a big toll, it's a big bill. From a country that comes from very poor people, the people are not happy about this. Two things have gone in Brazil and are happening right now that have put not only the Brazilian Olympic Committee at a scare, but the whole world at a scare. We have the Zika virus that, as we know, originated in Brazil with over 2 million people infected in Brazil. We know that this has been a scare not only worldwide, but especially in the people that are coming to Brazil, the athletes, the coaches, and all the visitors that will be coming to the city. Brazil has said this is not going to be a problem. The Olympics are going to take in part of the 2 coolest months of the year, in August and in September, so there won't be as many mosquitoes around. There will be people working, preventing from standing water to be anywhere near anything that has to do with the Olympics. Now, a second thing is happening right now. As we speak right now, there are millions of people in the streets of Brazil asking for their president to resign. If they get her to resign, which they want her to resign after all the corruption, after a failed World Cup, and after what could be some failed Rio de Janeiro games, they really, really want this woman to step down. Without a president, I think Brazil needs to worry about their internal conflicts and stop worrying about hosting a sporting event.
You're absolutely right, David. There seems to be some very, very important issues there when it comes to the prioritization of the country. We hope to see that Brazil can really pull things in together here, and hopefully we can make sure that there is some change. Maybe even the U.S. can do something about that, but those are going to be stories and discussions for another day. Thank you so much for being here today. We have Sports Today with Ruben Espiricueta every Monday night at 7 to 8 p.m., depending on your location, but check out our website. You can get more details on that.